Washington correspondent Nomia Iqbal. The highest court in America has had 110 men, 5 women, and now for the first time, a black woman.
It's my honor.
This is President Biden's first Supreme Court nomination and fulfills his 2020 campaign promise to put an African-American woman on the bench, which is a lifetime appointment.
I am truly humbled by the extraordinary honor of this nomination.
Over 4 days, Judge Jackson was vetted and sat through hours and hours of questions during her Senate Judiciary hearings. As with many previous nominees, she gave very little away when asked about her views on some of the most controversial subjects affecting America.
No one suggests that a 20-week-old fetus can live independently outside the mother's womb. Do they?
Senator, I'm not a biologist. I haven't studied this. I don't know.
How important is your faith to you?
Senator, personally, my faith is very important. But as you know, there's no religious test in the Constitution.
The 51-year-old is a Harvard graduate and started her career in law in 1996. When confirmed, Judge Jackson will be the only justice on this current court with significant experience as a criminal defense lawyer working on behalf of poor defendants. But prominent Republicans say they will not support her, claiming she has been weak on crime.
In every case, in each of these 7, Judge Jackson handed down a lenient sentence that was below what the federal guidelines recommended and below what prosecutors requested. And so I think there's a lot to talk about there.
She was praised by Democrats for remaining calm and patient whilst facing a hostile grilling.
You have earned this spot. You are worthy. You are a great American. And so you faced insults here that were shocking to me. Well, actually not shocking. But you are here because of that kind of love.
Ketanji Brown Jackson will take up her job inside the court this summer. She can expect to spend decades making decisions on abortion rights, gun control, religious freedom, some of the most fundamental issues in American life.
Hello everyone, it's AgedGraceful. Welcome to April and this month's Curve Collaboration. This is where you will find all of us every second Wednesday of the month when we bring you the Keeping It Real Fun Makeup Group Collabs. This month we wanted to bring you a collaboration using the shades of red and cream in our makeup looks in honor of future Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. We are so very proud of our sister and wanted to pay her homage as she enters into the next chapter of her impressive career. So let me discuss quickly what I'm doing here before my video gets too far ahead of itself. To fill in my brows, I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. This is in the shade 4.5. I believe that the 4 is deep enough for me, but I tried to use both of them to see which was the best, and I think that I'm going to stick with the 4, but I'm going to go ahead and use up the 4.5. Now I'm using my concealer here to kind of clean up my brows. I'm using the LA Pro Girl Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in the shade Toffee. Today I'll be using the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. I like this primer because it's not overly white. For my complexion, I'll be using the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless Primer. This is a silicone-based formula, and it offers unique light scattering technology that reflects the light away from flaws and controls shine for a soft, even-looking complexion. And this is no joke. Like, some days I put this primer on, and I swear I could just leave the house just with the primer on. It just makes my skin so smooth. I really love it. I'm also going to be using Il Makiage's Woke Up Like This foundation. This is in the shade 175. This is the lighter of the two foundations they have. The After Party is the more full coverage. And this one is like your daily, normal, everyday type of foundation. But I still like the finish that it leaves on your skin. I mean, it's absolutely even and beautiful. Now it's time for my highlighting concealer. Again, I'll be using the LA Pro Girl Full Coverage, but this is in a different shade. This is in Warm Honey. After applying my highlighting concealer, I did allow it to dry down a bit. Then, using my Avene brand Thermal Water Spray, I dampened my beauty blending sponge and I blended my concealer out to perfection. You want to tap and blend down your concealer until it melts right in with the foundation. Now it's time to set my concealer. I'll be using my Fenty brand setting powder in the shade Honey. This is a very important step, setting your concealer. If you do not set your concealer, your look will not last as long your concealer will begin to crack. You'll get fine lines and then oil buildup. So always remember to set your concealer. Now time to bronze and contour. I'm going to be using the Glow by the Revolution Beauty Company, and this is in the shade medium. I was kind of hurt. I thought that this compact was made out of metal. They don't make anything out of metal anymore. Everything is plastic. You drop it once and it's a goner, just about, because I'm going to use every drop of what I paid for. Now it's time for the star of the show. I'll be using, again, the Big Primping palette. This is 35 shades, all mattes and shimmers. This is a very warm palette. The first shade that I'm going to use is a soft orange looking shade called Boom Out, and this is a matte. This shade tends to warm my skin tone, and I really love oranges and soft browns as my transition shades. Now dipping back into the palette, I'm selecting the very first shade in the palette. This is another matte, and it's called Power On. The reason that we chose creams and reds for this look is because Ketanji Brown Jackson is a Delta. That is her sorority. She also went to Harvard, and Harvard's colors are also cream and red, but with black. So she has cream and red throughout her life, and those are the shades we're using today. Now I'm picking up my first brush that I used with the orange shade, and I'm just going to blend these two shades right at my crease area. Now I've selected the second shade in the palette called Make It Pop. This one is a creamy white shimmer, and I'm just going to apply that one right onto my lid space. Now add a little liner to my waterline. This is the Avon Glimmer Sticks, and the shade is called Black is Black. Time to bat my eyes a little bit. I'll be using the Lanceley Magnetic Lashes. I'm actually doing this look prior to going to church, and so I thought that this would be the perfect look for Ketanji to wear to church one day. And she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, but she does wear makeup. So I selected a lash that was very light and wispy, and I have it here before you, and you'll see after I apply these lashes, they look like they're growing straight from my follicle. You can barely tell that I have on any lashes at all. Very natural looking. These magnetic lashes can really spoil a girl because they're super easy to apply. You just have to remember to attach them while the liner is damp. But I better not use them too frequently and get back to my strip lashes with my glue. I do not want to lose the skills that I have built up for putting those on. So don't lean on the magnetics for very long, ladies. Dress is on and rollers are out. Let's continue this look. I'm going to use a very fluffy brush to dust off this setting powder. I left the setting powder on for last. That way, if I had any fallout from the shadows, the setting powder would catch it, and then that way I can have a cleaner look. Now for a little blush. I haven't used blush in quite a few looks, but since this was a cream and red theme, why not? This is the Neapolitan bar by the Beauty Bakery, and so it has a highlighter, a blush, and then a bronzer in this palette. So essentially it's like a one-stop shop with all your final necessities. Now it's time to set my look. I'll be using some Morphe setting spray, and I just love this setting spray. Out of every spray that I've tried, this one is the best in the world. Now it's time for the red in my look. I'll be using Tom Ford's Scarlet Rouge. This was a gift from my good Judy, Julia, who is also a part, or a member I should say, of this collaboration. Julia's channel is the Accessorize Your Life channel. I would like for you to go and visit her, as well as all the other beautiful ladies in this collaboration. I will be leaving all of their channel links in my description box area for you to retrieve after you watch my video. These ladies worked long and hard. Oh my goodness, you do not know. Each and every member, like the things that they have to go through daily. just like Ketanji Brown Jackson has worked hard all of her life to make it to the level that she is now, these ladies have worked very hard on their YouTube channels, and they deserve the support that you guys give them. So please, by all means, check them out. I'm going to add one more thing to my look. It is Sunday and it just happens to be Mother's Day. So what do you guys think I need? How about this hat? A nice straw hat for the day to keep the sun out of my face. It has a adjustable brim around it, and I would pop it one way, it would pop up. I pop it the other way, it'll pop up. Almost felt like the Flying Nun for a moment, but by the time we were walking out of the door for church, to go to church, then I finally got it settled on my head in the position that I wanted it, and I think it came out quite cute. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my video today. I enjoyed bringing it to you as always. This is my final look for Ketanji Brown Jackson. Congratulations, my sister. You deserve to be in the space that you are. And it's just wonderful to look at all that you've achieved, and you're a good role model for not only your daughters, but every other woman and young lady. You all have a blessed day, and I'll see you real soon. Thank you so much for watching.